Hey peeps, what's up? Munchy here, back with another video. And if you have the Google Pixel 6a and you're wanting to upgrade to the Google Pixel 7a but are confused whether you should upgrade or not, well, in this video we're going to try and make that decision easier for you by comparing the Google Pixel 6a and the Google Pixel 7a. Of course, the video is divided into chapters and all the relevant links are in the description of the video. At the end of the video, we are going to tell you who should upgrade from the Google Pixel 6a to the Google Pixel 7a and what would I do if I had the Google Pixel 6a and I wanted to upgrade to the Google Pixel 7a. So without any further delay, let us get down to business. Let us start off with the size and weight. So the Google Pixel 7 over here, this one is 193 grams. The Google Pixel 6a over here, this one with a tempered glass screen protector already installed, weighs in at 187 grams. So yes, the Google Pixel 7 is a bit heavier than the Google Pixel 6a in terms of size. As soon as you hold the 7a, you will notice that it is a bit wider, and yes, it is a bit taller, but not by much. The adjustment here is maybe like half an hour after using the Google Pixel 7a, you will get used to the size. So it's not like super wide as compared to the Google Pixel 6a, but you are going to feel the change in width when you hold it for the first time. Next up, let us talk about the design. So here it is, you can see on the bottom, almost the same. On the other side, you have your volume rockers. Now you will notice that the volume rockers and the power button have moved down a little bit on the Google Pixel 7a, which does make it easier to reach. And of course, the placement of the fingerprint scanner is also perfect. That is where your thumb is naturally going to rest. On the top, you have your noise cancelling mic and a few extra antenna band lines. In fact, both of them have two. This one here on the Google Pixel 7a, they are just a bit more closer. And then on the other side, you have your SIM card slot. Other than that, no headphone jack on any of them, and you have the same punch hole camera on both of them. Do note, you are going to notice a visible difference in the bezels. The bezels on the Google Pixel 7a are more than what you have on the Google Pixel 6a, and the reason for that, my dear friends, is the fact that on the Google Pixel 6a the display sits on top of the frame, whereas on the Google Pixel 7, just like the Google Pixel 7a, the display is flush with the frame, which I think is the reason for the more bezels present on the Google Pixel 7a. And the other thing which comes with this frame sitting flush with the display is that the edge here is a bit on the sharper side as compared to that on the Google Pixel 6a, where it is kind of smooth. And then moving over to the back, the design on the Google Pixel 7a is carried from the Google Pixel 7, but the camera bump is comparable. It is not too much, and both of them are glossy finish. Fingerprints and smudges do show up when light is thrown at them at the right angles. Of course, plastic back on both, metal frames, and Gorilla Glass on the front. Moving over to the displays. So Samsung panels, AMOLED 1080p on both the Google Pixel 6a and the Google Pixel 7a. The 7a of course does have a 90 Hz display, which means that your animations are smoother, your scrolling is smoother and faster. Not that the Google Pixel 6a lags, but the jump, in my humble opinion, from 60 to 90 is not that much. Other than that, on my Google Pixel 7a, I do not have any issues of green tint, but do note that the displays here are comparable and you do have some rainbowing effect when you tilt the displays, but they are present on both of them, and in sunlight, both of them are equally bright. So you can say they are equally good and equally bad. Of course, as I said earlier, Samsung AMOLED panels, so the colors here are pretty good. And before I forget, both of these displays are 6.1 inches, even though the Google Pixel 7a is a bit wider and taller as compared to the Google Pixel 6a. Next up, we can talk about the speakers and haptics. So speakers on both of them, stereo speakers, and in my personal opinion, they are both equally good or equally bad. Not much of a difference, and the same can be said for haptics and the vibration motor as well.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. He gets cause real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop. Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. He gets cause real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop.
Then we can talk about the battery and charging speeds. So with respect to the battery, the Google Pixel 7a over here has a 4300 milliamp hour battery as per device info hardware application, and the Google Pixel 6a we know has a 4410 milliamp hour battery. So the battery has gone down a little bit on the Google Pixel 7a, but it also comes with Tensor G2, so it could be more efficient than the Google Tensor one chip, which means that this 100 milliamp hour decrease in battery should be covered by the efficiency of the new Tensor G2 chip. So the Google Pixel 7a over here should easily last you a day with normal usage. And before you ask me, hey Munchy, what about the charging speeds? Well, the charging speeds remain the same. I did two charging tests, and one 200% with a 40-watt power delivery charger took me almost 117, yes, 1 hour and 57 minutes on the Google Pixel 7a. Disappointing on that part. The good thing is they've added wireless charging on the Google Pixel 7a, but again, that I think is super slow, somewhere around 5 watts. So I think they added it just because of the pressure from all the big influencers and reviewers that, hey, you have a phone in 2023, a mid-range phone which does not have wireless charging. So Google was like, hey, here you go, we'll add 5-watt wireless charging. And other than that, I did use the phone quite a bit, and here on screen are some numbers to give you a basic idea of what activity takes how much time. And of course, all of these tests were done at 90 hertz refresh rate. Next up, let us talk about the biometrics. So with the Google Pixel 7a, Google decided to add face unlock, and they have also upgraded the fingerprint sensor. So now the Google Pixel 7a has the same fingerprint sensor which is present on the Google Pixel 7. And no, it is not your super fast ultrasonic one. It is still an under display optical fingerprint scanner, but it does not have the issue which the 6a had on launch, wherein it would unlock with unrecognized fingerprints. As for face unlock, do note this is only 2D face unlock, and you cannot use it for making payments. You can only use it for unlocking your device. But yes, the fingerprint scanner has been improved on the Google Pixel 7a, and they have also added face unlock. Next up, let us talk about modem and connectivity. So if you've owned the Google Pixel 6, the Google Pixel 6 Pro, and the Google Pixel 6a, you would know that the modem here is not the best. It is nowhere close to what Qualcomm has. However, the Google Pixel 7a now has the same modem which is present on the Google Pixel 7, which means there is definitely some improvement. And I had personally used the Google Pixel 6, the Google Pixel 6a, and the modem would cut in and out. They have definitely made improvements on the 6, the 6a, and the 6 Pro, but the Google Pixel 7, no such issues of signal dropping or anything like that, and the same is true for the Google Pixel 7a as well. Now moving over to the cameras. So the Google Pixel 6a has an ages old Sony IMX363 sensor, which I think has been carried over from the Google Pixel 3 days. On the Google Pixel 7a, you get a new 64 megapixel Sony sensor. Does it make a difference? Well, it depends on the situation. So in broad daylight, or if there is ample light, then the sensor on the Google Pixel 6a can go head to head with the sensor on the Google Pixel 7a, and the same thing is true for the wide angle and for the front camera as well. But in extreme low light situations, that is where the Google Pixel 7a has an edge over the Google Pixel 6a. 6A. And do note, both of these phones have a fixed focus front camera. So people have complaints about the Google Pixel 6A front camera pictures being blurry. Well, me personally, I did not face those, but it could be because of the fixed focus camera on the Google Pixel 6A on the front, which has been carried over to the Google Pixel 7a as well, even though they have a newer sensor for the front as well. And the other thing is, from the front camera, you can now record 4K 30 FPS videos on the Google Pixel 7a, which cannot be done on the Google Pixel 6a. In fact, you can also do 1080p 30 and 60, which again on the Google Pixel 6a you can only choose your full HD resolution. So I'm pretty sure it sticks to 1080p 30. It cannot do 1080p 60. Other than that, on the Google Pixel 7a, I also see the option of long exposure, which is not present on the Google Pixel 6a. And while we're talking about cameras, a major complaint with the Google Pixel 6a was it overheated when you would record 4K 60 FPS videos. Did Google fix that issue with the Google Pixel 7a? Disappointingly, the answer to that is no. The Google Pixel 7a still overheats when you record 4K 60 FPS videos. I've had it overheat after 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 16 minutes, maximum 17 minutes, but eventually the phone gets hot and it overheats and recording stops, and the camera will give you an error message that hey, the phone has overheated. Let it cool down before you can start using the camera again. So the question comes that who should upgrade to the Google Pixel 7a from the Google Pixel 6a? One, if you're getting a crazy trade-in, like when the Google Pixel 7 launched, if you owned a Google Pixel 6, you could upgrade for like less than $100. That was pretty awesome. Secondly, if you are having major issues with the fingerprint scanner and with the modem on the Google Pixel 6a, then it makes sense to upgrade to the Google Pixel 7a because it has the better modem and a better under display fingerprint scanner. Then, if you want better low light pictures, then you should upgrade to the Google Pixel 7a. And if you want to record 4K 30 FPS from the front camera on the Google Pixel 7a, then yes, you should upgrade from the Google Pixel 6a. But do note, as I mentioned earlier, Google Pixel 7a 4K 60 FPS, my personal experience, the phone did overheat. Now, what would Munchy do? What would I do if I had the Google Pixel 6a and I wanted to upgrade to the Google Pixel 7a? What I would do is I would actually wait for the Google Pixel 7 to drop in price. Cyber Monday, Black Friday, then I think somewhere around in Valentine's Day, and 2 weeks back, the Google Pixel 7 was actually 449 US dollars outright, no contract, no trade-in credits, no carrier BS. And if you had a device to trade in, you could have gotten it for even less from the Google store, but 449 outright was from Amazon and Best Buy. So if the Google Pixel 7a launches at 499, then in my personal opinion, it doesn't really make sense. I would rather hold on to the Google Pixel 6a for another year, and then when the Google Pixel 8 launches, wait for a deal on that one, because historically whenever Google launches a new device, they do give good trade-ins and good deals in the festive season, say Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Valentine's Day. So a year from now, the Google Pixel 8 would have launched and it might be available at a great price. So that is something which I would personally do. And there it is, peeps. That was our video on whether Google Pixel 6a owners should upgrade to the Google Pixel 7a or not. And of course, if you have any questions about the Google Pixel 7a, do leave them in the comments on this video and I will answer them as soon as possible.